Hello and welcome to another update on XRP. We're currently dealing here with the larger time frame, and the idea is that a fifth wave to the upside could indeed be unfolding. I'm talking about the fifth wave, first of all, that started down here when the larger degree fourth wave bottomed in July last year. So from there, we are still watching for potentially one more high, but this is seen as a wave 5, and if you followed tutorial videos from our channels, then you know that a full Elliott wave cycle typically consists of 5 waves, and afterwards there should be a correction. So within this fifth wave we also have 5 waves, and we are likely in the early stages of that fifth wave, of the fifth wave to the upside. So the idea is still that we could see higher prices. And this should take us to, if we get to a new all-time high, it should take us to around about $4.20, $5, or maybe even $5.65. That's the message. Very, very consistent with previous updates. We do not see really massive volatility at the moment. I mean, of course, XRP is volatile, but we are still in the same situation that we've been in, or that we were in like a month ago. So the situation really hasn't changed. We are here in a range just below all-time high territory, which starts just above $3.30. But we're also holding critical support at $1.21. So that $1.21 level is still holding. It's a support level. And only below that level, the idea that this here is a fourth wave, an internal fourth wave, with one more high to come. Well, only below that level, this thesis would change. Would be affected, and we would need to revise the chart. For now, though, the idea is that, this is a fourth wave pullback. We can get another high. We might even see one more low below the April low. As long as we're holding, though, above the $1.21 level, the overall bullish thesis remains intact. Now, let's take a look at the shorter time frame, because this is where we get the earliest signals and updates. At the moment, there are 2 pathways on the smaller time frame we're tracking. The overall idea is that this internal fourth wave I showed you on the larger time frame, it indeed could have bottomed here on the 7th of April. Now, we are tracking 5 waves up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that 5-wave pattern might indeed have topped. So that's one scenario, that this here is an internal 5-wave pattern, which now gets corrected. Again, based on Elliott wave, we would be looking for a 3-wave pullback. That is what I'm tracking at the moment. I've got the support area on the chart. Support is between $2.06 and $1.79, which means, in other words, as long as we're holding above $1.79, the overall bullish thesis here remains intact. It remains intact. So from that point of view, however, we also need to prepare for a deeper pullback. Price is currently around $2.33, and we could easily go down a little lower, closer towards $2.06, $1.94. Here, these Fibonacci levels in the lower box. As long as we're holding $1.79 though, however, the bullish thesis stays intact. And then there is this more directly bullish scenario. Again, can play out, but I would need to see some more evidence for that. In this case, we already completed wave 1 here. That was on the 13th of April. This is a wide wave 2. And then we are now like this in the third wave, 4, 5. Just a different pattern based on Elliott wave rules and guidelines. But to keep this scenario plausible, I want the price hold above $2.15. We're just messing around here. This is just really messy price action. I wouldn't try to focus too much on precision here. We're basically holding the upper support area, but we're holding below resistance for blue wave B, which could result in a C wave down. So we're just ranging. We need now a break above $2.61 to get an indication a low is in. The wave count to the downside, I think it would look best with maybe even one more low or so. But it can certainly move around here a little bit. We're here on a very small time frame, and we don't have any impulsive movements, so be prepared for some changes of the microstructures. But bottom line is orange count valid as long as we're holding $2.15 below that level, $1.79 will become the main support. I prefer the blue count, which means we could be here in a B wave and then get one more low. That's the update on XRP. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.